What we do, we assist the Armed Forces community find their second career on leaving the forces. We travel to all the major garrison towns, so that's the Tidworth area, Aldershot, Catterick. We're going into Stafford this year as well. And we bring the events there and we try and bring under one roof as much as we can to assist with the forces. You know, for as long as someone needs our services, we're there to assist them. They could go 6 years down the line and think, this isn't right for me, I'm not happy with this job. I know, I'll go back to BFRS, see what they've got on offer, see what events they've got going. You know, and the more there is out there to assist the Armed Forces, the better. I mean, I always use my example. I came out after 18 years, I was medically discharged, so I was already disadvantaged on what I could do, and I went into security. And it was working alongside someone that had no kind of respect for his place of work, his appearance. And obviously I was in no position to be able to tell that guy, you know, sort yourself out, tidy the office up. You know, it was a lot of things like that. You know, that's just a small experience of my own, which was something trying to adapt after so long and been in an organisation like the Army, and to come across and just be in the big wide world and working with people that possibly don't have the same respect for themselves as what you do. It could just be the mental challenges of moving out of such a big organisation. You know, some people do 25, 30 years in the Army, Navy, RAF, and suddenly they're stuck in an environment which they're not used to. You know, I was quite fortunate. I joined the Army at 22 years old. You get a lot of people join at 16, and they've known nothing different apart from military. It can be a stumbling block for some, and some do actually come out, they come to our events and they've got to retrade. You know, they're either retrading because they don't want to go into what they've been doing for the last 20 years, or they've got to retrade because what they have done isn't helping them move on. Things that we come across sometimes, especially in the driver trade, you know, and they said, what experience have you got? And I said, well, I've got 15 years of driving in operational tours in Afghanistan, Iraq, Bosnia. But for some weird thing, that's not the experience a HGV company's looking for. You know, they've drove fuel transporters, they've drove tank transporters across deserts and things. But for some reason, some companies don't look at that as the experience they require. I mean, the companies that are on board with us at the moment, you know, we've got people such as Lang O'Rourke, you've got Mawson's, we've got BAE Systems, people like that, some big companies, you know, that realise there is a talent out there and they want hold of it. And I believe any person that leads the forces is loyal to what they do, they're professional in what they do. You know, they respect others, things like that, you know, that's what people look for, and that's what the military do give. You know, if there wasn't companies such as us and the MOD provide, you know, we can't take them out of the equation at all. You know, they provide their service as well. But if it wasn't for them, us and the others that do offer this service, it would be I think there'd be a lot of, you know, jobless people, jobless veterans. Join us, come and help us employ the military, employ the forces, you know. Find out if you've got forces guys that already work for you. You know, what did they bring to your company? You know, they must have had something which, you know, your bosses or your recruitment team looked out for, you know, you can use him. The last thing I did in the Army, I sailed from Iceland to Greenland, and I did this with 3 amputees, a guy that had a brain hernia, hemorrhage, sorry, a guy that was full of arthritis, and another guy that was going to be losing his leg through shrapnel wounds. And we went across the Arctic Circle from Iceland to Greenland, force 8 gales, but watching those guys work and soon adapt to what they could do and what they couldn't do on a boat that's only 62 foot long, you know, was amazing. You know, it didn't matter what was wrong with us, because we soon adapted to what we could do on that boat. So.